Let's do it. Welcome back to Nerd Shit in the Dark, the shittiest podcast on the internet. And we are your hosts, Chase, the Chaz Skripek.
Jake, the Jake Dunstan. And today, we are joined by a special guest. His Wikipedia page reads that he is a 10-time Kanto champion, a 7-time Johto champion, an 8-time Hoenn champion, a 4-time Sinnoh champion, a 5-time Unova champion, 3-time Kalos champion, 1-time Alola champion, 1-time Galar champion, and a 2-time Paldea champion. He is also your 2011 Ice Cream Social Ice Cream Eating Contest champion. We have none other than Jeremy Jerome Basinger. Round of applause, folks. A round of applause.
Wow, that might have been the greatest intro this show's ever done.
I don't even know what to say after that. I better deliver.
You don't have to say anything.
that.
The accomplishments speak for themselves, sir.
No, I think you should give a speech. I think you should give like an Oscar acceptance speech.
Listen, we're gonna ask you a 2-minute introduction. How have you met the various members of this podcast? How did you end up here?
Wow.
Oh, okay. So, obviously myself and Jake, we go very way back. Probably from the very beginning.
Old friends.
Best friends. And...
How long have you guys known each other? Like, what's the number on that? Since the beginning? So like 30 years or
I probably
the whole time?
Probably 27. It was probably about 4th grade when we really
Preschool?
kicked it off.
Okay.
We knew of each other due to my older brother and his older cousin being friends and tormenting both of us. But that eventually ended up making me and Jake become friends because we got tired of their nonsense.
Enemy of your enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, he's not my enemy, but you know what I mean? Like, we were both getting bullied to shit by my cousin and his older brother, so we became bros that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Through torment.
No, so you've ever got to play Star Wars with your friends when you're little, but no one of you guys had enough money
when I was little.
Yeah, well, back then, none of us had enough money to have actual lightsabers, so, the Jedis got to use their banana bats, and the Sith, who had to be me.
That's a safe way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't even get one, so I just got beat by a banana bat, and it was called playing Star Wars. It was a good time.
You're like, I'll just use the Force. It's not working.
We both just used to get the shit beat out of us individually by them, and then eventually
and they just told you were playing Star Wars. They were like, we're playing Star Wars.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
No one day eventually
like
I hit my growth spurt and became bigger than both of them.
Huge.
That's good.
Huge.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't hit my growth spurt ever.
Jake never
I'm still waiting. So Jeremy just kind of handled things for us, and that's how it worked.
Yeah. So that kind of was
How'd you two meet?
Sort
I've
of
never heard.
Me and Jake. So it would have been, I don't know, I think
not as long ago now.
It would have been Tori's graduation party. Probably.
Oh no! It had to be before that.
Well, that was my first. That was my first. Her high school graduation, because that was my first time coming to St. Mary's.
But I had definitely met you when you first started dating Becca. I remember one time I came to you guys' like place for a party once. That might have been after Tori graduated.
Yeah, you gotta think Tori graduated.
I guess I forget.
High school it's
2014,
so it's been over 10 years.
You're probably right.
So, yeah, I mean, I came there by Tori's graduation party and just bombarded with their super large family and everybody else. So I
throw in the friends.
Yeah, throw in the friends, and then Chase, being the great guy that he is, kind of just reached out, and we just kind of started talking, kind of hit it off, and it was nice to have a face to talk to that wasn't family and being like, oh, if you hurt her, I'll kill you. So it was a good time to.
We went to eat somewhere, I think, during that weekend because we got Fox's. Isn't that what inspired like us eating a Fox's pizza? Didn't we go to Fox's?
Yeah, because they have.
I feel like that was upon our initial meeting.
Because they have. I think we went to.
God, I can't believe how long.
I think we went to Doughboy. That
sounds fit. Yeah, that sounds right.
We went there and we were talking about how much pizza we could eat, and then we got on the topic of Fox's having their food challenge.
There it is.
And then that's where dude, let's do it.
There it is. Yep, that's it. And we've never done it.
No, we have not. One day.
Dude,
one day, my confidence in myself has diminished a little. Like back then,
your confidence
easily,
in him should diminish as well.
I think I could still do it, but I think the odds of me dying from it are higher now.
Dude,
Pizza's
so-
one of the things I think that it's, even after all these years, I think it's
You
just
can
one thing you can
smash it?
still smash.
So
Hey,
when we were like 16
I
or
think so.
17, Jeremy and I, we tried to make we didn't try, we successfully made YouTube videos.
Let
we
me
had
interrupt
two-
you. Let me interrupt you on that.
You mean like
What
this?
what started us to kick that off, I believe, was the question in Mrs. Humbert's class.
So we had this English class together, and we had been best friends since we were like 4th or 5th grade, like very, very close friends, and our families are friends, so it
Beat
like
up by
worked
bullies
perfectly.
together.
What's that?
I said you got beat up by bullies together.
We just were very, very close. And but we didn't go to the same school. But then in high school, our schools like come together, right? So we had our first class ever together was like 11th grade English, and it was just a fucking mess. I'm trying to be better about that. It was a mess. It was
cares?
very goofy. So
Yeah.
we had this thing, we get a prompt, you had to write a little paper on like what you were going to do when you get older, like what's your job. And like, I think it's fair to say Jeremy wasn't the best student. I'm not going to say he was a bad kid because he wasn't a bad kid. He's just maybe not the best student. And that's okay. He didn't want to be. But in this English class, he crushed it. Why? Because the teacher let him. And what's he write that his future job's going to be? He wants to be the man versus food guy.
Wow.
And she was kind of into this, but we were a little worried that she might not be into this. So we decided, we had to do proof of concept. So we start making videos of him trying to do food challenges to prove that he could be the man versus food guy, right? Like
Yes,
that's
sure,
so the
sure,
paper's
sure.
fair. So the first thing we did is
This 8-year-old boy.
So the first thing we did is a 5-pound gummy bear. And we're like, yeah, that'll be easy, right? And we're like 16. Well,
Oh, you're okay. You're a little older than I thought.
as an adult,
I think juniors in high school, maybe.
Yeah, juniors in high school. So
okay.
as an adult,
okay.
you
I
realize
thought this was like a kid's like
no.
when you met.
As an adult,
Okay.
you realize there's zero fucking chance that you could eat a 5-pound gummy bear. But you know how big a 5-pound gummy bear is? It's like,
It's too much gummy bear.
dude, he got the foot. That was
It
it.
was the ear. It was the ear.
He got the ear. That was it on this gummy bear.
You'd be so sick if you ate a whole 5-pound gummy bear.
It was bad.
I don't count that as like a food challenge failure. That's a sweet challenge failure.
It was
I believe you
bad.
could down like a
And then
fucking
he
meal,
tried
but
to
a gummy
do-
bear. Whew.
So this is like
That's
2011. So now we're Googling so he fails the gummy
Constipated.
bear. So now we're looking the same night of like food challenges of like what he could do. So then we tried a banana and Sprite challenge. Is
it's
that
like
correct?
Oh yeah, I've
it's
heard
either
of that
two-
one. I've done
Two
that
bananas
one
and
before.
3 Sprites, or 3 Sprites and 2
And
bananas.
it
Yes,
went bad.
yes,
It's really
yes.
designed to make you vomit, right?
Right,
of
right,
the
it's a chemical
potassium in the
reaction.
banana combined with the bubbliness of the
Yes.
Sprite. Very
I've tried
bad.
that one as
I
well.
mean, I got
Uh,
all the contents down.
Sure.
They just all came back.
Yes.
It's not your fault that science works like science
So
does.
that was our first YouTube endeavor.
It's God's fault.
Our second YouTube endeavor was wrestling videos, like WWE wrestling videos, and they were good. I don't, you know what I mean? They just were good. They were
I haven't
so
seen 'em.
good, huh? Well, you won't.
said
See
I
'em. You know
haven't
why?
seen
Because
'em.
you won't because Vince
You deleted
McMahon
the
was
YouTube channel?
terrified of our skill, and our
Yeah?
videos got pulled by the WWE.
Got the
Whoa.
notification and
We
everything.
got the notification. They were pulled. We had an escape the basement match. There was blood. There was everything.
I saw the scar from that night.
It was a
I
good.
can't believe they pulled that off. Those douchebags.
They were scared. They were scared. Now, some might say it's because we used the music from the
Oh.
WWE. Some might say that. I won't say that. I
Yeah.
think it's because Vince was scared of our underground promotion. But some might say it's because we used the Edge's music. To
Well, if he wasn't
introduce.
scared, he would have let you use the music.
No
So,
fucking doubt, dude. No
yeah,
doubt.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
'Cause
was the
what
start
kind of
of our
coward
YouTube
would let
journey.
you use their music? That's cool. And what is it? A break in between from now and then?
Yeah, that's exactly
Is
right.
this the grand reunion back
Exactly
to the internet
right. That's the
together?
point I'm trying to make
No
here.
doubt.
That's cool. That's cool.
If we're giving you that information, that's probably maybe a year's worth of, or not even a whole year worth, but just within a year of some of the things that we've done. Just
Yeah.
imagine over all of the years of all the nonsense that we've managed to
Yeah.
put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jerome has been brought on here to, we won't get into why his name exists as Jerome Ballslinger, but He was brought on here to talk Legends Z-A. That's what we
He
wanted
was
to
brought
talk
on
about
here.
today. We're going to do an in-depth talk on it rather
The
than
three of
just
us
a
all
little
played
short.
it. Yeah, we
Played a lot
are
of
playing
it.
it. Are playing it currently.
Have you
yeah.
beat it? I figured by now that you were just done with it, Chase.
I'm not done yet. I'm almost done. Once again, reading took up a lot of time this week, so
we'll talk about a book later, but
I'm far. I mean, I'm pretty much.
You're
done.
much further than us. Jeremy and I are relatively in the same point, so
I hit 39 hours
I've
today.
I've grinded quite a bit the last
never
couple
mind.
days.
Never mind.
Yeah, nice.
I've been playing.
It's hard
for a few
not
days.
to, man. It's such a good game.
It is.
Yeah. The internet has kind of heard me and Jake's Jake's take
I have a lot
on
of
this
faults
game.
if you want to talk about those.
We're gonna keep going, and we'll probably reiterate ours. But Jeremy, give us your general. How do you feel about Pokemon Legends Z-A, man?
So my initial thoughts were definitely top 3. I mean, I'll just straight out the gate, definitely a top 3 game. I've throughout the
Lifelong
years,
Pokemon fan here.
I've played. There hasn't been a version or generation I haven't bought.
Same.
I think I probably, like most people around our age, like Soul Silver, that was like one that took up a lot of time of my life. Like we played a lot. Back in high school when we did traveling
but dude,
sports.
you put a shit ton of time into X and Y though.
Yeah, well,
you put a ton of time into X and Y.
We did that, and then I kind of, I played Black and White 2.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they were fun, and then X and Y when it dropped. I remember we were at one of our friends' house, and I kind of didn't even know about it for a minute, and he was playing it, and he showed me on the he had his 3DS, and I was checking it out, and I was like, I gotta get this, and I got it, and just instantly just fell in love with all of it, and just play that thing just night and day. I loved it, and just what they did.
You love that X and Y is your version, then?
Yeah, I mean, just what they redid, like how how they reintroduced the Kanto guys with the Megas, and just like how they kind of, I feel like we're trying to draw in that age group back towards it a little bit, that fan base. So that got me into it. It did. It
sure did.
And so that got me into it. And then Alpha Sapphire, I played that one not as much, but I played that one a good bit. It was pretty good. And then after that, I kind of like with the Switch games, like Let's Go Eevee was okay. I mean, there wasn't really anything. It wasn't anything crazy.
Sure.
And just from that part, that kind of started losing me. I mean, as you heard in the intro for the Alolan, I was only a one-time champ. I couldn't get through it more than once. I just couldn't hold me. It wasn't skill, just didn't.
That's interesting.
Was not a fan of that generation. I got the Shining Pearl. And then again, that generation was a good generation first time through.
It was, the remake was good.
The remake, it's not that it wasn't good. It's just I don't know if I had too much going on in my life at that point in time. Just like, I don't know. It just I didn't.
It was the same game, just with better graphics. Right. So you didn't. You didn't need to play it.
And then eventually, when Arceus came out, that was like something new, something fun, open world. Like all that was very fun.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna take my time with this game. I want to enjoy it, and I enjoyed it way too slowly because I ended up not. I don't even know if I finished it all because I was just playing it so slowly.
Yeah,
I also didn't finish it.
It didn't. I also haven't finished.
So there's a rean for that.
And
I really like it.
Yeah, I do too. There's a reason for it though.
And then you get to Scarlet and Violet. They're both. I played them. I mean. It was okay. It was whatever.
Yeah.
But they're
janky, but they're fun.
But
they're janky, but they're fun.
But this game, I mean, I can't put my Switch down. I'm enjoying it so much. I think they did a good job of. Obviously, it's very different than all your other games when your battling system and just with it open world, but not very. With it being
not super big,
like
not like one you can get lost.
Yeah.
That's the way I choose to look at it.
I just feel like it's, and again with the Pokemon they chose, I think they did a good job with that. I mean, obviously you could pick a Pokemon here or there that you wish was in it over this one or that one. That's all over preference. But I like how they. how they get you with your starters, and then very shortly after you get your starter, you get a Kanto starter very early in the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Super
not too
cool.
long in. Yeah.
Um,
And then I'll top you off with that is really not that early in the game. You can get all 3 of the X and Y little guys.
Rocks.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty quick.
So I gotta tell you guys something funny that I saw on Twitter that cracked me up of just not quite appreciating that there is a different generation now that enjoys Pokemon that isn't our generation. That I have
Sure.
seen on Twitter, like it must be younger people are annoyed that they're only given the choice of Kanto starters because for them the Kanto starters feel shoved down their throat because they're not our age, right? Like
Yeah,
they didn't
sure.
start with Kanto starters. So that's pretty funny because for us it's like, every time we get a Kanto starter, we're so damn happy.
Yeah, if you're just gonna hand me one of those things, I'm pretty
I'll be
happy. To
happy.
take it.
Yeah, I'll take them all day. I love it. But
Jeremy, did you take a Squirtle?
I did, and
I figured.
it
I'll make
did
that.
not fit my lineup at all. 'Cause I started with Totodile as well, so I rocket to water Pokemon, which isn't the worst thing with especially with the weaknesses of
I'm
water.
rocking
It's,
2 fires.
you
I'm
know,
rocking 2 fires.
I have a whole box that's a party, so I have multiple.
Let me
And I think
ask
that's
you-
fun. I think
Let me
that's
ask
fun
you
to
a
have.
quick question about what's happening with. So there's a week left to get the Greninja Mega Stone on the online. I saw it today. There's a week left either from today or yesterday. Are they going to introduce that into the game any other way after? You know what do you understand what I'm trying to say? So right now you can
Maybe.
get through online
Yeah.
battling.
Maybe I see them just kind of rotating it. Like it'll probably be Delphoxes for a little
I
bit.
don't know that
and
it's
I
then-
feel
worth
like
it. I don't
they'll
care to
either-
play online. I don't care. I don't care.
I feel like they'll either do that or what nobody else wants to hear is probably drop a different DLC later on down the road that you can probably get it in that.
Yeah.
Because I believe one of was that Sword and Shield that they dropped like 2 or 3 different DLCs for.
Yeah, I think there was 2, yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. Scarlet and Violet had 2 as well.
But to jump on the online, so I just started playing online today actually. 'Cause again,
I've heard a little bit about it. I haven't played it at all.
especially with coming on here, I'd like to be able to actually speak upon it. So
Sure, yeah. It sounds fun.
Yeah, so-
sounds like a good setup.
So I did that. I played that. I don't know, maybe for like an hour today. But I also want to get the Greninja because I like Greninja. So
right.
But I was doing it, and I was kind of skeptical about it. But I really like it's very different. I've played some of the other ones like X and Y. I played ranked. I got real into it. This is it's such a different. There's a different strategy to this.
Well, yeah, the battle mechanic is completely
it's
different.
so cool. And
Don't you fight 3 other people at once?
yeah,
So it's like 4 Pokemon in a. That's insane to me.
Yeah,
That sounds
What
so
is it?
awesome.
Explain it to me.
Okay, so you have 4 different trainers in the battle, and each person has 3 Pokemon. Basically, the winner is whoever gets the most knockouts. So I could hit a Charizard with a Surf and leave him with 1 HP, and then somebody can come over with a Lucario and Extreme Speed him, knock him out. That Lucario gets the KO and gets the point.
Interesting.
Free for all, man.
Yeah,
it's a
free for all, and it's timed.
Yeah.
I maybe 2 minutes. I don't know what the time is. I wasn't paying attention because I was just battling.
You were just playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Very
very
involved
cool
battle
because
system.
you can switch your guys out just like you can in the game as quick. So if you see a Charizard and you're rocking your victory bell, and you see this Charizard come up to you, you can hurry up, switch it out, and throw in whoever else you have. If you have a tank, a Drillbur in your lineup, you can hurry up, switch him in to take the beefy hit, and then you can hit him with a drill run or whatever you want to do. But it's cool because you can switch it out quickly. And again, it's just a very different kind of Pokemon battling.
Yeah.
And you start off at rank Z, and obviously you got to get to A. But in order to get the item, you only got to get to K.
So let me ask you this: how does the points work? So if there's 4 of you in the lobby, is it like the guy who gets the least amount of knockouts gets 0 points? Like how does this
Yeah,
work
do you have
for
to
ranking
win
up?
every time to
No,
go up in rank?
so you
like
don't-
to go
so-
up letters?
So I'd have to really take my time and look at what the point system is. It shows you at the end of each round, like what you got your points for.
But is everybody getting points?
No, well, you can based off of what you do. I took third in the last one that I did.
Good.
I took third, and I got -10 points for my for taking third. However, based off of a couple of other things I did throughout that match, like you can pick up items and do different things that you can get points for. So I ended up walking away with 70 points.
Okay. Did that rank you up or no?
Yeah, no, I went up. I played 2 rounds. I took second in one of them and third in the other one.
Okay.
And I'm already at rank U.
Oh, that's cool.
So what I was
so it's not
what
too
I was
much
about to
work.
say is, and I'm not using Pokemon that are EV trained. They're not IV trained. They don't have the
What
right
level are
natures.
they?
So I think it automatically
You're just
makes them.
whipping out what you got.
Yes, it automatically makes them level 50. So everybody has 50s across the board.
Oh,
So
I love that.
all 3 guys, I'm using my Feraligatr, my Garchomp, and my Lucario. So all 3 of them
You
are
have a
under.
Garchomp?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
How much further in the game did you get from me?
I told you I was grinding. So
Damn.
so all 3 of them are under level 50 right now. But again, I don't have
But
any
it
of them.
boosts them up.
Right, and I don't have the right move sets and all the things that you'd like to have. But again, I have 10 days. I have 10 days to get to K.
Yeah.
So
And it seems like you went from Z to U rather fast.
Yeah, I mean, I probably played for that online. I think I said, I don't know. I probably actually played for 45 minutes tops. I don't know. And that's not.
Do you know if you can play with friends? Because couldn't we just 3 play together and then like one stranger?
I'm guessing
and we
that
just
wouldn't
gang
be
up on them?
ranked, right? That wouldn't level you up.
Yeah,
in rank.
probably
I'm guessing
like
just
a-
like any other game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
that's
guessing in
fair,
that
that's fair,
regard.
that's fair. But we could maybe still do that, like just go beat the shit out. Be like those bullies from when you guys were kids, and we'll just beat
The
up other
bullies,
people's
by the
Pokemon.
way, is his older brother, who's one of our best friends, and then my cousin. Just to be clear on the bullying. Anyway,
Sometimes our bullies are people that we're closest to.
I'm glad my biggest concern was that I come from playing very serious ranked games. My concern was that you were going to have to really, really grind to get these Mega Stones, which I saw as a negative thing, right?
Yeah. And then that's like the one thing I wanted to touch up is because I know we kind of talked, me and Jake talked about, a couple days ago about kind of how we were thinking about the online play and it stinks. We got to basically pay to get not only do you have to pay, but you also have to win to get the Mega Stone that you want. And so from playing today and from what I've kind of been seeing online and stuff is even if you're just your average player, you don't have any special trained Pokemon, you just got the guys who are using your story node, you can, with some knowledge of the game, you can go in and within maybe 2 hours tops, get online and get you your Greninja. And the other cool thing is if you don't already have Nintendo Online, you can get your 7-day free trial. You don't even got to pay to do it.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
So I was happy about that.
You know what I think is funny with this too is I think Nintendo always proves themselves by being like, we just want you to have a good time. But the way they advertise it to people, they're just like, why did they do this? Ugh, ugh. And then it's just because we want you to play the game and have fun playing it. And it's it's not actually that hard at all. You just go on and play. You just play their other feature they put in the game and you'll get your Greninja.
This is not to absolve Nintendo from their crimes, though.
I think people get mad about Nintendo stuff before it comes out, and then when it's out, they're like, I guess it's not that bad as I took it to be.
But yeah, so that's kind of like where I think about as far as the online. I like the way they did it. It's different. I'm going to be doing more of it. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I like that. Some of the other things about the game that I've really enjoyed. First of all, the detail. The detail of this game is just awesome. I mean, you go to that museum and the different things you can see in that museum, and outside of that, though, I was showing my son the other day, he wanted to, hey Dad, sit down and play Pokemon. I'm like, okay. So he's sitting there watching me play, and it was kind of raining and stuff, and then it cleared up. There's a rainbow, and it faded away. It was just small little details. It just shows how much they care about it, and obviously it's one of their biggest sellers, so why wouldn't they? But I just enjoy that part of it. Some of the smaller things, I mean,
I
Jake,
like that you bring that up because I think a lot of people bitch about because the graphics aren't like modern graphics wise, but it's because they do put time into caring about these little kind of details. Because even today, I did one of the mega battle things, and as soon as I got out of it, it was raining, and there was just what's that slug that turns into a dragon later? The Slagoo.
Yeah,
Relp?
Slagoo. Yep.
Slagoo.
It turned
He
into
was just
Gudra.
there because it was raining, and I was like, hey man, and I caught him. Like that didn't need to happen. I wasn't in a wild zone or anything. I wasn't even near Pokemon. He just was
Kind of
there.
like Slagoo. I kind of like.
Oh
that
yeah, I
evolution
have a
line.
Gudra in my
I kind of
Y
fuck with
version that I
Gudra.
just played through,
Yeah,
and
gotta get that Googe.
gotta get that. It's tough to get him to it because he's weak as shit until he is Gudra, but otherwise he's just Badra. But
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, I know. I think that's it's cool that you say it. I think more people do need to say that
Yeah,
because like
yeah. I mean,
that
at the
attention
end
to
of the day,
detail is nice for those of us who've been playing these games
yeah.
this long.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is a Pokemon game, which obviously like they're the field that they're trying to target is usually younger kids. So younger kids aren't
Mhm.
going to see these details, but they're there, and they're very nice to see that they put that in. Was a super small thing that's super nice and very convenient is the Pokeball guy who
No, I
Oh,
love
fuck yeah.
that too.
Love
love
that
it
guy.
so
I mean,
much.
Love that man.
just a shout out to him. I mean, just getting all my Pokeballs. I'm out there just willy-nilly throwing off buildings. Like, what a stud.
That alone is like a small feature that like I feel like is like Game Freak tweaking things that always needed to be tweaked and are now in this game tweaked. Like Scarlet and Violet and Arceus, you're losing a lot of Pokeballs just chucking them around by accident. And even when I first started playing this one, I didn't have the controls down exactly because once again they're a little different than they were in the other games.
I had that
so
same
I'm just
problem that I wasted
throwing
balls.
Pokeballs.
I wasted
and
balls too at first.
he
I
picks
felt like
those
an
things
asshole.
up for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
I mean,
just like
just a stud.
thank you for that. Thank you for
this
that
guy's
little.
all over the place, by the way. Can we?
Mhm. 'Cause
How
they're
impressive! He's just
expensive after a
collecting
while.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I
at
do hate
first-
though if he doesn't have any, he'll be like, "Do you want me to explain the rules to you again?" It's just like, dude,
Buddy, you've told me 6
I know what
times.
you
I'm
do.
good. I'm
you
good.
got my balls. I get it. I feel it.
yeah,
That
another
is nice though.
another small thing is just the Nurse Joys of it. They
Yeah.
very much so look like the Nurse Joys from the Pokemon the first movie, kind of like
Yeah.
a show. Just like the very
Well, they all look different. They all
And
have
I-
like their own design.
and I
yeah.
like when you're
it's
in the Pokemon
2025.
Center, you get the
can't just
classic.
have white ones. So it's,
or
I like the-
Japanese ones. I don't know. That's like
I like
that's
that you get the classic music when you're in the Pokemon Center too, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
you get the
that's
classic.
one thing- That's one thing I'm glad
do.
they have never stopped through all these
Yeah,
games. Is
that
like even in
rocks.
Scarlet and Violet, when you approached like their Pokemon Center things, it would have that little tune going. But it's like upgraded a little. Like yeah, totally. What was I was gonna ask you something about the Nurse Joy thing, but I forgot it. That's all right.
and I don't know about you guys, but whenever I got to the streamer chick that Kanari or however you want to
Mhm.
pronounce her name,
Dude,
that Electros,
that was all over the
Electros?
place.
he very much so just gave me that Whitney Milk Tank vibe. Like that thing,
Oh really?
that thing messed me
Nah.
up.
Fucked you
I'm
up.
Meganium, dude. Mega Meganium clears the whole team.
But yeah, well, again,
Solo.
water guy over
Water
here.
is not good
Just-
there. Yeah.
so-
Yeah,
I
he's
mean-
got 2 waters in his party.
It
Yeah.
was just wreck it, and it made me go back and I had to reevaluate because it just wasn't going to
Yeah.
get done. So
Yeah.
Dude,
that,
that's the beauty of training a whole box of Pokemon, because I was like, oh, it's this bitch. She has electric type. I have 3 grass types and a couple ground types I'll just throw
So
at her.
that's one thing I wish was a little bit better is I wish that going into these fights, like that is one where you very obviously know what their typing is going to be, right? Because you know that she has this Electros. I wish for
Sure,
some of
sure,
these
sure.
other like rank up fights, it was more like a gym in the sense that you're like, hey, this is the rock gym. This is the water gym. You know what I mean? So you kind of plan accordingly. Doesn't exist as much.
Yeah.
Where I'm
but
at least.
You know what? But the thing was, this game is like, I think that's what makes it a little different is that this isn't a Pokemon like gym game, so like people don't just have
It isn't,
one set
but it
type.
is, right? Because you're still doing these fights to level up. They are
I
kind of
mean, that could
like
be any
gyms.
game though.
Right,
that
but
could
they
be
still
any
are.
game, though.
But the guys do generally have some kind of type they're working with.
Yeah, but they pop and weave. One thing I do appreciate in this game is like the wild trainers in the battle zones. They kind of have a plethora sometimes, like a variety, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But also when you go into those restaurants to do their battle challenges, those are pretty fucking fun. Have you guys done those side quests yet?
I've done the one so far.
I've done 3. I'm on this 4th one. So the first, Jake, you said you haven't played these ones yet?
One of the restaurant ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done those, yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you said yes or no.
I did one.
So for anybody listening, in these battles, you have to face off like it's a 3-star meal, so you got to fight 3 trainers. They're Pokemon. They usually have 2 or 3, and you can't use any potions throughout. You just have to go throughout it. And man, there's some really fun ones because if I got to one where it was like 5 trainers, but they all had 3 Pokemon at once at the same time, and usually there'd be like 3 of the same type, but one that like it was 3 grass Pokemon, but also it was like a grass and something that couldn't get hurt by fire, so you'd have to like bob and weave. I really like that. And now I'm on one. I'm kind of stuck on it, and you have to beat 10 trainers in a row, all with 3 Pokemon, all with like, once again, specific types, but now all 3 of them have like a different subtype.
That rocks.
It's fucking hard, dude. I got to 9 yesterday, and I was like, God damn. And the first one's poison, so like your party gets poisoned immediately, and you're like, I can't use anything.
That rocks.
But it's fun. It's such a fun... and you level up. Like, it's not one of these things, not like everybody likes the battle towers in some of those other games, or like the places, the battle subway, and I'm just kind of like, I want to get experience when I fight. I don't want to just go, I'll go online and fight people. Like, I don't want to play the game to not get experience. So these are fun, because everybody's like they're all level 55, and all my guys are in their like 60s, so even with that jump, I'm still struggling. But and that's a side quest. Don't get me wrong. There's some stupid ass side quests. I just did one today that I was like, this one's really fucking dumb. But some of them are really cool. Yeah, but I
can accept that for, I think a majority of them are good.
Even when they're dumb, it's usually like, and now do you want to have a Pokemon battle? And I'm like, always. This battle system is so fucking cool.
And
I will fight anybody at any time.
You're getting useful items, right? I mean, we talked about this before, but
getting useful items or like items you can sell for a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, I love that. I need more money, dude. Listen, these Megastones aren't cheap, boy.
No,
these Megastones aren't cheap. I thought I was rich. I had 190K until I realized one Charizard eats half my money.
Yeah. Oh, dude, God forbid you go buy some clothes, dude. They're fucking pricey, but that's real life too.
Nobody needs to be shopping the way you're shopping, bud.
I got my outfit now and I'm set. I mean, I'm rocking like 600K at all times right now. We're good now.
We know you were a big spender like that.
Well, that's the other thing.
I was when I started. And then
with those,
I had to cut myself off.
With those restaurant challenges, you're also making money out of them too.
Hey, remember when I said I had that question about the Nurse Joyce thing and I forgot? Now I just remembered it.
Why don't you guys talk about that while I pee? Because I'm going to pee my pants.
This could be a good one.
It's the coffee.
You have children, so I'm assuming you watch Bluey.
No doubt.
So every time I talk to one of those Nurse Joys and they go, bonjour, I just hear, bonjour. Like for how they say it on that show all the time, because it's on here all the time. So every fucking time I talk to that bitch, bonjour,
yes,
bonjour. And I forgot, like I just played through Y version a couple weeks ago again to get ready for this game, because I was like, I haven't played it since it came out. It was one that I kind of didn't play a lot when it first came out. My place in life, and I just wasn't vibing with it, I guess. Had a really good time, but I forgot that it was French themed until this game, because they really lead in. I feel like they lean into it a lot more in this one, that it is a French city continent, I guess.
Yeah, so. I really like how they kind of like some of the characters, how they tied them into the game. I mean, it's the same region, right? I mean, so it's
you're just in.
It's the same city. Same city. Yeah. So I mean, it's very cool.
I'm wondering if in the DLC, because there's not a lot of info about like the story DLC parts that are coming out, but I'm wondering if they'll let us go to like a different part of Kale, like outside of the city, like do something somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just because, did you play the Scarlet and Violet DLCs?
first one, I believe. I played the first DLC, and I didn't get the second.
Same point though, like they take you to different places, like different parts of the map. So I'm wondering if like with this they do that, because that would be pretty rad. I love the city, but like I think a lot of people's gripes are about like how they're stuck in the city this whole time. So like maybe the DLC will give us a chance to go outside of it.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny how you said you played, X and Y is definitely the way, the generation you should have played to get yourself ready for this. Then you have Jake and I I also have been playing Silver on my on Game Boy SP.
Yeah, you guys are playing way older games to get ready.
Which is it's cool, I don't know if he showed the Rayquaza SP that he has.
He sure did.
But why
don't we show it again? You're right. The people are asking for it. I don't know if the people were asking for it or not, but I think they were. I think, oh Lord. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. Okay.
He obviously then got me to embark down the same road, and I have a Kyogre one. I don't have it yet. I had a guy at my local card shop. He does mods on handhelds, and so he's doing it for me. He's also replacing the charging port on it and making it a USB-C charging port on it as well. So I can also charge my Switch and my SP with the same cord. Very cool.
That's the dream.
How lovely is just being able to switch through mons with the little arrow buttons on your Switch? It might be the best little feature that they added. I mean, it really just being
so
like,
good. Yeah.
It's so
if we're hopping
easy.
back into more things we love about this game, the quality of life, the menuing. And I thought this with Arceus too, though. Like the Arceus was like they were testing these waters, and I was like, I like this. And then they went back with Scarlet and Violet. So like to see that they improved upon with everything in so many ways like that. Oh my god. Because at first it was a little tricky. I was like, oh yeah, this. But once you get it, dude, you fucking get it.
Love
and
it.
Just feels right. It feels like how Pokemon should be summoned. Like, that's how they do it in the show, dude.
Yeah, it's funny how you mentioned like how they do it in the show. They kind of a vibe I was getting, like as far as like the leveling up, the way it goes, like it's cool how like oh, you got your next ranked opponent, and then like it pulls up the side screen. It's like it shows your profile, and then it brings up like the guy that you're gonna have. And it just reminds me of so many times throughout like the animes where like Ash would be in one of the leagues trying, working up, and it's like, oh,
and they got their pictures,
and it pops up. It's like, oh, your next opponent is, and it pulls out. Just another just nostalgic.
That's fun. I didn't even think about it like that, but totally, it definitely is like exactly like that.
And I will say, at first, I think we saw a lot of negative opinions online, just people bitching about graphics and such. But after that, like first 2 or 3 days, I've seen nothing but positivity about the game.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When the first day, I still saw like on Reddit itself more positives.
Agreed.
It's just like, as soon as I scrolled through YouTube, I was like, oh god. These people were really waiting. Like, the game wasn't even out a day, and they were bashing so much. I was like, bitch, you barely even played it.
Yeah, it's a great game. Personally, for me, I'm well over a 9 out of 10 on this game. I might be a 9.5 out of 10. Honestly, at this point, I'm struggling to find problems with the game. You know what the problem with the game is? That I'm gonna have to wait so long to get another one, because I just want to keep I don't want to like rip through it, because I want more,
That's kind of why I haven't finished it. It's like I'm 40 hours into this game, but I'm like,
finish it.
I'm doing everything I can to milk this fun that I'm having out.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you feel that way, man. You were so like not sure about this game.
But in fairness to me, who in their right mind would have thought they were going to do this? I think that
I didn't think I was going to have this much fun. I'll tell you that much. If you would have believed
that they were going to produce a game that I think pretty universally is at very minimum above like an 8.5 or a 9, you'd have been out of your fucking mind, dude. They have not made a good game in a long time. This is an excellent game. They did it.
Yeah.
They did. Jeremy, I was standing here before. If you would have told me in like 03 that this game would have even ever existed, I lost my mind. I just had to run around with a Charizard behind me doing whatever I want to do.
Love having Pokemon follow you.
That's the dream, dude. That's the
Awesome.
dream. That's the dream.
They hit
the
big on
dream.
it in Soul Silver, and then they kind of stopped after that. There's
They
one other game they did the X and Y, maybe, right? They did it. They did it in that one too, or there's one other generation.
I don't even know if it's X and... I mean, Scarlet and Violet, your Pokemon can follow you
that what it
around.
was?
Yeah, but that game sucks ass,
Might have been
dude. How many
that.
times do we have to go over this?
But
How many
that
times do we have to go over?
Still fun,
that's
though.
obviously something that they I feel like the whole community loves. It's such a cool thing to do, is just have your
Yeah.
Pokemon following you.
But just in general, I just think they did the perfect mix of, like, for me, Arceus just didn't quite work for me in the way, and clearly the rest of us as well, we didn't finish the game, where they've given me, like, this open world feel, but with direction. I was nervous, too, like, when I started the game about the wild zones, at first I was a little nervous about how that was going to work, so I was like, I didn't like that we were, like, crammed into, like, where I was catching Mons. I thought we were
Sure.
only going to be in these wild zones. But
And
you're
it is
catching
tight,
them,
but, like...
but you're catching
yeah.
them everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
the wild zones give you, like, here's
It's
a
kind of...
structure
You
of
go
where
into
they
some
are.
of them, and they fuck you up. Like, 5
It's
Pokemon
awesome,
charge
dude.
you at
I
once. It's like,
cannot- I strove to find a problem with the game, except they announced the DLC before the game came out. That's it.
I would
Makes
say,
me happy it's coming now, though.
Yeah.
You think?
I mean, this
I will want to play more of this game.
I know, me too.
this whole time I've been just getting all my blessings about this game and how much I've enjoyed it, and unfortunately, and obviously I'm sure you touched on the cons already, which just being like the design of some of the megas.
Actually, yeah, we actually didn't talk any
We
negatives.
didn't,
Even
and
on
I
our
will
video,
sit
we
here and
tried to just stay
crush- If
positive.
you guys want to
Yeah.
spend 5 minutes crushing the megas, let's do it.
Because
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think we could do
suck.
that.
They suck across
Yeah.
the board. I mean, across...
Not all of them. Not
Tell me
all
ones
of
that are
them.
good,
Come
because I'll
on.
tell you ones that suck. We'll disagree quick.
Like by design, like the
Yeah,
designs.
the designs are ass.
I think Electros is pretty cool.
That's
I
fine.
think,
I'm cool with
Yeah, his is
Electros. All the
okay.
people that were, all the people that were clamoring
what
for
the fuck is
Electros
across
Mega.
the board
Oh,
mean?
they were clamoring.
Well,
Everybody needed Electros Mega.
I loved
You
Electros. So
think
I was
about
cool
the ones
about
that the
seeing it.
people were begging for,
For Alligator.
begging,
Not very good.
begging for.
Meganium is horrible. Horrible.
Embor's pretty sick.
Embor's great.
This is
But
good.
who the fuck wants to use Embor, dude?
Lots of people. Just because you don't like
Everybody's out of
Embor
their
doesn't
mind.
mean.
If
Pig
you're under
lovers.
20, maybe. Embor
Pig
sucks.
lovers.
If I didn't start with Totodile,
Pig
like if
lovers.
my girlfriend has an Embor.
This is what I'm talking about. You've been described as a pig before. That's why she's using Embor.
I hate to be called a pig. It'd be awful.
I picked when I played Black and White. I picked that pig for sure.
What other new megas are there?
Dragonite. I mean, the most important one. It's okay.
Give me more. Give me more.
I don't hate Dragonite. I don't hate Dragonite.
okay.
I don't hate Dragonite.
It's
either.
okay.
Dragonite's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
But it's just okay. Like you're expecting
yeah,
something
it could
better.
be cooler.
Patrick
Okay,
Star.
But should we have?
Patrick Star from the SpongeBob movie. I mean, come on. What,
Yeah, that
what
one's
are we,
awful.
What are we
I-
doing there?
That
I
goes
think-
without saying.
Yeah, I think it's fair
It's like
to
they
say,
made that specifically to be made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It had
horrible
to have been.
ones. Let's go through the list. Mega Starmie. That's a really fucking bad one, dude. That's really
Yeah,
and the
I'm
worst
having
part is,
trouble thinking.
do you know
of
what
them all.
cracks me up? I'm gonna go through a list of right now. What cracks me up with Mega Starmie is I saw somebody giving like a lore behind why it looks like that. As
Mhm.
if that's gonna make it any better. I don't give a shit. It's still terrible. Like it
Yeah.
still just looks terrible.
See that I feel like that's so many of the designs are like there's a story behind why. Like for alligators, there's like something
but
that
even with
disguises
that,
itself like
they
that.
should have had it a closed Totodile head around the full
Yeah.
alligator because it looks, dude, objectively just looks dumb. Meganium, they're like, I'm sorry, this is the point where
Objectively.
Nintendo needs absolutely raked. That you guys had all this money, and your idea was like, we got all the best minds in the world of creativity. What if we just gave Meganium more flowers around its neck? Like that passed through a design meeting. Somebody agreed on that.
Well, that's like, why didn't they just do that with Starmie? Just give it another row. It's kind of like how
Yeah, that
would've
would
been
look
better than
cool
what
on
they
it.
did.
like why
That would look cool on that. Yeah.
that's
I
would have
think
been
m-
just such a simple
I
thing to
think
do that would have
Meg-
been better.
I'm going down the list. I think Mega Skarmory's okay. It's not great.
Cool.
No,
It's not great. It just looks like Skarmory it just looks like a shine. It's just like a golden Skarmory.
It's gold
not,
and like a little more like piercing.
A little more stuff. Not great.
Okay.
Mega Sharpedo and Camerupt already existed. Yeah.
And they're awesome.
Metagross. I'm going down a list of all the Megas.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Exist.
I'm having trouble trying to separate the new Megas.
God awful one. Maybe the worst of the new ones is Excadrill. Dude, it's right there with Meganium. You don't hate it? All they did, Excadrill has these pieces coming off his head and his arms, and they were like, what? It's literally, if I went to Jeremy's son who's 4 years old and I said, hey man, make this guy cooler, he'd say, make his weapons bigger. And that's literally what they did with Excadrill. They made his fucking head longer and his arms longer. Get out of here, dude. Mega Chestnut, terrible. Mega Scrafty is the worst design thing in the history of the world. They put a hoodie on him, for God's sake, because of that god-awful character. They put a hoodie on him, dude. Chestnut sucks. Delphox, love it. Great.
Delphox pretty cool.
Delphox is great. Greninja, like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more Greninja.
It's better than what I'm about to say. The next one, Mega Pyroar. Have you seen this absolute bum? They're like, well, it's got a flame beard. What if we gave it Jimmy Neutron flames on its head? That's literally what they did to it. They put Jimmy Neutron flames on its head. Mega Floette, nobody needed you. Mega Malamar,
I haven't even seen that one yet.
guess. Mega Barbarcle, no one needed that. Dragalge, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let's not talk if we needed them or not. Do you like their designs?
Floette, no. Malamar, I guess. It doesn't look very different. Barbarcle, terrible. Dragalge,
terrible.
Halucha looks the exact same. Zygarde.
I like Halucha.
Halucha looks the same. It's
but like a different wrestling outfit. What else would you do with that? You just make him a better wrestler.
I don't get paid billions of dollars to come up with new shit.
I hate to break it to you, Jake, but I don't think the people that are designing these Pokemon are getting paid $1 billion
Somebody
either.
somewhere is making billions of dollars off of this, dude. You can do better than give it a new outfit. They put a hoodie on Scraggy, dog.
What part of big business do you think they give a shit?
It's bad. The Megas are bad, and that's okay, but they're bad. What I don't like is people saying it's unfair to criticize the new Megas because the old ones are also goofy. Now, I think that's fair that some of the old ones are goofy, but some of the old ones are also really cool. So I think they did a bad job on the Megas.
I think some of the new ones are pretty cool.
Some of the new ones are.
To me, it's like the same. Like half of them are cool.
No,
and half of them aren't.
No, percentage-wise,
from
it's
X
like
and Y.
Of the new ones.
From X and Y.
The new ones are cool.
See, you were too much of a child then when X and Y came out. Because I'll tell you what, half of those motherfuckers.
I'm looking at them now,
like,
and I'm not saying they're great, but they're better than these new ones.
I think in total, obviously you have your Gen 1. I mean, we're up to 1,000 and something Pokemon now. 1,000 and less than 100, whatever it is. But eventually, like your designs are going to start. That's why I feel like it's harder to come out with these new generations with new Pokemon in them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're at the point where we have garbage bags.
But the problem is, I agree with that with new designs. I don't agree with it with Megas.
The Megas is where we should be missing.
For instance, and if we're talking about where we're missing, like they redesigned Raikou, Suicune, and Entei, and they're like the most atrocious thing I've ever seen.
Walking Wake's
I don't understand. You don't have there's no excuse for just all new designs being bad.
You also just don't need to do that with them, I don't think.
A hoodie on Scrafty? And by the way, if we're going to complain,
I like to
really
see it as a foreskin.
One more thing. You told me I would start to not hate that character as much. I only hate him more. So just to be clear on that guy. What a bum he is. 9.5 out of 10 game.
My one other complaint is when you're in the wild and you have some of these alphas, I like having these alphas just melt me down, but I also don't like in the same breath being able to sneak up with a quick ball and catch them anyways. I think the quick ball is just way too overpowered because if that thing's gonna
I haven't really used it much,
dude. You can if you're like
I might start
where I'm at, where we'll say I have a an alpha that's 10 levels higher than my strongest guy, and just easily just melts my team. If I sneak up to him the next time and just throw a quick ball at him, I catch him. Which I just don't like. Like, I shouldn't be able to do that.
I would just avoid that I would just avoid that then, because I can never catch these motherfuckers. I'm just chucking Ultra Balls at them.
The fact that I'm able to do that kind of sucks. I'd rather just not have that out and let them just ruin me, but really, other than that, that
thing in your back pocket to save
Mega
you.
Excadrill is the worst designed Pokemon to ever exist. I can't stop looking at it on my screen. It's the worst designed Pokemon ever. You don't have to agree. It's just the worst. Maybe next to the ice cream cone.
I don't think you even agree with that.
No, you're right. It's the ice cream cone.
Okay.
Which I was depressed to see in this game, by the way.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't get a Mega. Just a bigger ice cream cone.
That's what they would
make
do.
An ice cream sundae.
What else could they do?
An ice cream sundae would actually...
Just becomes an ice cream truck?
Ice cream sundae would be really funny. Like if he had bananas and chocolate on him.
Well, there's already a Dairy Queen after this, dog.
We're giving them ideas.
So we're going to Dairy Queen after this, dog? Okay, anyway. Where are we at? I need numbers from you people out of 10. I'm 9.5, man. I'm telling you. This is my second favorite game of the year.
You know, so this is, for all the viewers, this is my first podcast appearance on any podcast. So it's something very different, something completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm enjoying this. This is very fun. But with that also in mind, I got to give a shout out to my boy Cade at GameStop. I talk to him every day when I go to work, and sometimes I'll see, I don't work at GameStop, but I stop there a lot. I've just talked to him. But he was even saying his boss does not put the game down. His favorite Pokemon game they've ever came out with.
That's great. That's great.
I'm up there. I'm giving it the 9.5. I'm at 9.7. I love it. For having me be this 31-year-old man with not the most time on my hands, and for me just wanting to play this game, that's how you know it's a good game.
True.
Yeah, I felt the day it came out, I was playing it one of my stops, and I usually take a break. If I'm playing any game that I'm having a great time, I'll be like, okay, I played for a couple hours. I'll do something else for a couple hours. And it took me like 10 minutes of trying to do something else before I was like, give me that fucking Game Boy back. It's time to play this shit. And I just haven't stopped. I'd have to say I can't give it a 10. I can't give it a 10. I think I'd be overhyping my excitement, but I would say a 9.5, probably a 9.5. I'm having a 10 out of 10 fun time with this video game for sure, but overall experience for a Pokemon game, 9.5. It's Jake, you said it best.
Yeah.
You said it best when we talked about it the other day. You like it so much because it's a step in the right direction, and I agree. I think it's taken some of the steps that it took in weird ways throughout Arceus and Scarlet and Violet and even Sword and Shield. Like, they took these steps, but they were like tripping while they took them, but now they've kind of caught their footing with where Pokemon should go. And I don't know if in versions that means, because I think when the version games come out, the battle system should just be the normal turn-based, but I will miss the battle system in this the way it is. So it's like, do they go with like making this the all the time way of doing it? Probably not, but I like it a lot.
I would love for them to kind of like split off, where you have one that's kind of your old school way, and where we still have these games that we are developing and they're coming out with that are still that. Yeah. But then I want this tree to continue to grow.
Sure. That's
and have a whole
definitely what's
different
going to happen.
branch line of that.
That's definitely what's going to happen.
I think a Legends and versions way of doing Pokemon is really exciting. But I do hope in the versions they take some of these elements. Like if I could have the way I play this game, but my goal is to go route to route, town to town, city to city to get badges and do the... I mean, it would be perfect. That would be an 11 out of 10. Something.
Do I think Wind and Wave will be any good? No, not at all. They've got to prove. They've proved that they can make a good Legends game. You've got to prove that you can make a good mainline game, and they haven't done it in my adult life. So, we'll see. But I'll buy it. They've got some money out of me.
Yeah.
They have my attention. That's for sure.
They've got some money out of me.
I agree. And you know what? Nos texted me the other night, and he said something along the lines of like, dude, the end game is insane, and he's been playing it nonstop too. So like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what that shit is like, because I'm already like having the time
Listen,
of my life.
I
I love the
don't-
night and day cycle.
I don't want to get too crazy here. I need.
Just stop talking and go play this game right now.
No, we're not gonna give a top 5 list. Give me, if this game isn't 10 out of 10 for you, give me one 10 out of 10 game inside of you. What's one 10 out of 10 game? Just one, any 10 out of 10 game. That is for you, cheeky mister.
I know. I'm just trying to pick the right one because I have a few, but
Just give me one.
I mean, to say a recent one in my life, I mean, I almost said Skyward Sword. The latest Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I really had a farking good time playing Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, that's a 10. That's a 10 to me. I have lots of 10s in my life, but like,
Do you?
it has to be
don't.
more than just fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Claire
This
Obscure,
isn't-
that's a solid.
Because
10
here's
for
the
me,
thing
my
too.
friend.
I think as a Pokemon game, this is a 9.5. If I had to put it in my like games, I don't know, I'd probably get like an 8. But like as far as Pokemon, like you know what I mean? Pokemon just has
I
a
still
different.
think better than an 8. I think it's that good. I think
rating
it's really
scale.
good. I think it's really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
It's
I
making you
fucking love
play
it.
it, which is very hard to do.
Yeah.
Clear Obscure, you wouldn't give it a 10? Oh, it's disappointing, my friend.
I probably would give Clear Obscure
I
a
would
10,
give it a
actually.
hard 10.
I didn't want to pick something like to just came
Because you
out.
knew what I was going to pick, because that's my go-to
It's the only
every
game
time.
you've played in 10 years.
I love it so much, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. Jeremy, do you have a 10? Like a game that you think of in your head that you'd give a 10 out of 10?
So
You said this is in your top 3. Give me your 10 out of 10, and then I'll ask my other question.
no, a 10 out of 10 for me is tough because usually my games of choice are all sports related games. That's what I
Okay.
like. The Ultimate Teams of football games. That typically is where I play a lot. However, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not doing that as much.
Mhm.
I've never been a big shooter guy.
That's fair.
As far as, I mean, I'd have to go back some years to pick games.
I give you an easy one that I know is a
Back to
10
when
out of
you were
10 for
filming
you. I
wrestling,
can
perhaps?
pick you
Yeah.
one that you will love. A 10 out of 10 that's easy. Do you want it?
I
One
mean,
of your 10 out of 10s?
I'm curious to see if with what I'm about to say.
Sly Cooper 3 Honor Among Thieves, baby.
I was just about to say Sly Cooper's probably was going to be. I was going to say I'd have to go back to when I was younger. The Sly Cooper series, specifically the third one,
Hell yeah.
where it would probably just would be mine.
Sly Cooper.
I was a big Sly Cooper guy. I enjoyed those games a lot. I've actually just
Played the first one.
started replaying. I just replayed the first one a couple of years ago. I'm somewhere towards the end of the second one. I'll pick it up every now and then on my PSP. I had it on there. I also played it on
Wow.
PlayStation, but
That's fun. Yeah, I think they're all on the PlayStation Online thing.
But yeah, you know, it's like I said, it's just funny because like when I'm usually not playing a sports game, it's the Pokemon's usually my other
Okay.
way I go
Yeah.
into, which is just
Yeah.
polar opposites.
Yeah. Yeah, couldn't get any different. But in a way, I mean, if you think about it, especially with this one in particular, the way you battle it, it's like a sports game. Pokemon's like a sports game. Pokemon battling is a sport.
This
9.5 out of 10 game.
this
I love it.
game this game is definitely
Yeah.
that definitely is making me spend more money into the whole Pokemon world as a whole.
You'll be getting the DLC.
I probably will.
That's
once I
not his
finish.
money issue, bud. That's not what he's talking about at all,
No,
my friend.
you know, the viewers don't know what I showed you pre-stream.
Right, that's right.
But that is where I've fallen into fell down a slippery slope.
That's fair.
My
I
wife has
get
told
that.
me numerous times to stop spending so much money on these
Yeah.
things. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I can't help myself sometimes. I love mean, first of all, Squirtle was my OG.
Squirrel's your boy. Yeah.
He was my boy. And,
Yeah.
it just
Oh, there they are. Squad deep.
you got the squad
deep.
So I'm probably gonna stop after I get 5 graded Squirtles, but you also didn't get to see this one old little 1995 throwback. So
yes, I remember those cards.
Yeah.
So I got that going on in my life. That's all. Now that the game came out,
we all need hobbies.
Now that the game came out, it's kind of taken some of my attention off of that. So,
that's good. That's good.
But
good. I kind of did the same thing
is-
with One Piece cards.
Yeah, I saw that on because if you guys don't already follow the Instagram page, you need to. I saw it on the Instagram page of you posted of the One Piece cards.
My One Piece cards, yeah. And I'll tell you what, I was into them. I'm still into them, but like I spent too much money on them for the 2 weeks that I was looking for them.
No, I have the two graded cards I just showed you, but I have I have a whole binder downstairs of my collection that I've been piecing together and spending more money than I should on. But
it's funny, a lot of my friends are doing that. We're all like in our 30s, and you are not the only person I've heard say, I'm getting back into collecting Pokemon cards.
There's a reason the market's so high.
I've been to 2 different card shows in the past like month and a half or so, and I'm not the only person there. So
yeah, there's got to be something to it. I mean, I'm telling you, my One Piece thing, like every time I go to look, they're sold out. I'm like, well, people want them, I guess.
And it's also cool because, like, I'm telling my wife, like we have a son who he's 4, and it's like he's starting to like he's starting getting into the same things that I'm into. So I'm like, I started getting him all my hollows and different things. So like he has a binder. And he's he's actually taking. He's not just like crumbling them up. Like he's actually putting them in his binder. And he likes to look at them, and like he has them down on his shelf. And I have like
while he's young.
Yeah. So like he's also getting into it. Where like I told him about this card show, and he was excited for it for like a whole week. Where the first thing he'd say when he woke up is, "Are we going to the card show today?" So like
is that today?
It's very cool. Just like to have him into it. And it was like we went and. I bought him more cards than I bought myself just because like I'd pick him up and he's like, oh, this Pikachu. Granted, they're all Pikachu and Eevees, but just
what he wanted.
Very very cool and just a fun thing. Like I said, there's days where he's like, hey Dad, play Pokemon. I want to watch you play Pokemon. I'm like, okay, that's what you want to do. Like,
you want to watch a professional play Pokemon? All right.
And I'm only going to be in the Hall of Fame one day, but it's fine. I put my time in.
I mean. Apparently, you're in a fuck ton of them from the way you got introduced into the show.
Dude, I was really on that, wasn't I?
Wow, that's pretty good.
Hey, Legends Z-A, 9.5 out of 10 for me. I love it.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm glad everybody I talk to in person is having a good time and like really enjoying this game. I mean, I saw somebody write like it's a love letter to like us OG Pokemon players, and I agree. I mean, it just takes so many of those red and blue concepts and brought them to the natural, or not the natural, but like the modern day. I told you about how much I appreciate the Pokeball, like the little items in Pokeball balls still just like scattered about. And I just love those little attention. You run into a trainer's eye view and hey, it's time to fight and you don't have a choice. You got to battle me. I just really love it. And I just think seeing it implemented in a Pokemon version game where I'm going town to town getting badges, I would fucking love. Like Pokemon, you don't need to make your game an open world town to town adventure. Make it the same linear story with the feel of how open this feels.
I agree.
And you will make a masterpiece. One thing I did want to say up front is I do think, because you were talking about all the Pokemon games at the beginning, and you brought up Let's Go Eevee, and I'm like, in my opinion, I think the graphics and the way Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are the direction Pokemon should have stayed in, like that over-the-top, more natural, you can see Pokemon in the wild. It still has the OG look, but upgraded. But that catching battling nonsense was bullshit. So
Yeah.
where you had to play Pokemon, just have normal Pokemon battles, and it would have been my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch.
One of the coolest
until
things.
This one.
One of the coolest things they first introduced in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu that is in this game is, and it's significantly easier in this game if you're a shiny hunter, but is whenever you see a shiny Pokemon in the wild, especially when you're not trying to like shiny hunt something like that, and you just like you're walking, next thing you know, you see this, you hear the sound and you see the sparkle, you got stars all around it. So cool.
I do now.
Wouldn't know.
Oh, you do now?
So Jeremy, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna announce it to all the shitters, because I've said this on multiple episodes. People who know me know this. In my 20 whatever years of playing Pokemon, I have never in any of these games encountered a shiny Pokemon rather than the ones that the game just kind of gives you. So it never happened to me until a couple days ago.
Would you who was your first?
It is a shiny shut up. Cuz here's the thing, it's a Pokemon I'd never use. But I will now because he's my shiny. It's the, what the fuck's that thing's name?
I'm not laughing at who your
Jake.
shiny was. I'm laughing at him saying it that way.
Hey.
Oh, I sent you a picture of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
What is it? It's that fucking flying squirrel, the electric flying squirrel motherfucker.
Oh,
I want to say Pachirisu, but that's not it.
It's like
That's
Emolga
not
That's
it.
a squirrel.
Emolga. Or something.
Emolga. You got
Emolga.
it.
So I have a shiny Emolga, and I fucking love him, man. And it's this game. So like I'm just wandering. I'm fighting alphas to get like experience candies. Like my mission isn't even this at all. And I hear this like noise that I've never heard in my life because I've never encountered one. So I've never heard the noise. And I was like, I wonder what that was about. And it would keep happening every once in a while. And I was like, what is going on? And finally I look and I just see this little fucker flying, and I'm just like, hey, if it's a shiny, will it like, because Miranda's seen thousands of them at this point. So I was just like, will it do this? And she's like, yeah. And the motherfucker flew away. I thought I lost it. I was like, this is my first shiny encounter ever. But then he came back around, and I just started chucking balls at him, and I caught my very first shiny Pokemon.
You'll never forget your first.
I mean, it may be my last, dude. It took this long to get it. And I put it in my party. I'm training it to like use, because I'm like, fuck yeah. I would never use this Pokemon. I don't hate it, but it's like, it'd be cooler if it evolved. That's something, though. I did kind of want one that would evolve, but whatever. It's mine.
I caught my very first shiny in regular Game Boy version of Silver.
Yeah, I know.
Like a week ago. I forget who was it? It was
It was something cool. What was it?
Oh, it was
We were in St. Mary's.
Execute.
You caught a shiny Execute in Silver, where the odds are like way harder.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. And I like the Red Gyarados had never had a shiny in that generation. So I was like,
That's cool. Yeah.
and it, the colors are already like, that's a Game Boy color, so like the colors aren't popping. So I was like, that looks like a different color grade than what it's supposed to be. And,
right. Yeah. It's just a little off.
So then like I caught it just on the safe side, and I looked in the PC and I saw the stars by his name. I was like, oh wow, look at that.
You know what, dude? You're probably right, though. The design is so, like, whatever, that when I was a kid and I didn't even know what the fuck a shiny was, I probably did run into a bunch of those motherfuckers and not even realize it. But, yeah, it was a magical moment for me. Got a little scary when it almost flew away, but then I caught it, and
It
I
always
was
gets
just
scary
like,
when it's about to end.
oh my god, dude.
Where's it gonna land?
I will
Yeah.
say some shinies
Could disappear entirely.
Love the shiny Dragonite. And the
Shiny
shiny
Mega
Greninja.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Some of the shinies.
I'm going to shiny hunt them. Like I'm going to get, but probably both of them at some point in time. But
Yeah. I'm good with if I ever run into another one. That's how I'll never do like the hunting for them thing, but like
so much
I'm
more
glad I
special
finally saw
when
one.
it just happens.
I'm telling you, dude, I'd never heard that noise before. So I had no idea. You know what I mean? If you don't know, you're just like, because the game's already making random noises all the time. So what was I to think? Like, oh, I probably walked by something just flashing on the road. Nope.
Wild Pidgeot
my
just took a
first
shit
shiny.
by you. You can just
Yeah, sure. Like, like that's the thing. And I looked originally, didn't see anything. It was just like, all right, we're here to get candy. I need to level some Pokemon up.
You get candy for beating the alphas?
You get a fuck ton of candy for not like rare candies, but like the experience
like
candy.
the small candy.
I get you,
You're
I
further in the
understand.
game. The size of the candy? Do you get better candy as you're facing better alphas?
Yeah, because I don't even remember not
'Cause
like I get
I get
M's and L's quite a
okay.
bit.
I was gonna say I'm getting just basically extra smalls and smalls right now.
You can get like sometimes it'll mix. Sometimes it'll be like here's a couple XS's and some M's. And I'm like, all right, well at least I got some M's. Yeah, and like whether you, like I'll just go and kill a fuck ton because I'm at a point now where like most of the alphas are under level me, but you still get that candy, so I just go light their days up. God, fun fucking game. Oh, this is great. I'm so glad that we all like it so much.
Yes, sir.
Gives me hope. It gives me hope for mankind.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Because the internet does not give me hope for mankind. I'm telling you,
No.
full grown ass men being like, "Don't buy this video game. Don't let Nintendo get away with this." It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Go to work.
I would say, unfortunately, my job, I get to see the generations coming up and not
looking good.
don't have a whole lot of hope.
but this game,
But this game,
love it.
Good times. Any other
Pokemon
thoughts?
talk over. I think
You know what though? I do want to ask one more question for you, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
You said this was one of your top 3 favorites. What are your other 2 favorite Pokemon games? If this is in there.
now, this might be 2.
Wow.
God, I don't know. I'll say my top 3 are probably, and not in order, Soul Silver, this, and probably X and Y.
Okay.
I'd probably say that based off of the time, like the time I spent playing those games, I don't think there's 2 other games I put more hours into those. I mean, those X and Y and Soul Silver and Heart Gold were, I put a lot of hours in those games. So
Soul Silver was pretty magical.
Yeah.
Pretty magical.
Yeah, many hours in them. So
I played a fuck ton of that game, and that just reminded me. I wish I played it more. Like I don't have a copy of it anymore. I gave it to one of my cousins when he moved away because I wanted him to have a good time. And I figured, why
if
not
he
give him
doesn't,
that
it's
one?
on him.
Yeah, I mean it was years ago now. For all I know, I could probably just get a hold and be like, "Yo, can I get that back? Can I Indian give that shit like right here, right
Listen,
now?"
it's not Indian giving if they're not using it.
That's fair, and I feel like it's not Indian giving if it's like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. Because I would like to play again. God, imagine remaking Soul Silver now.
I
with the
feel
way,
like they've
these games are.
I feel like they definitely gave a lot more love to Gen 2 in this game. That might be another reason why it has my heartstrings the way it does. But I feel like it definitely pays a little bit more attention to that, since they didn't give us like that remake that everybody's been begging for.
Sure.
But hopefully, maybe if they ever do it, we're already kind of in the right direction, and
it is a step in the right direction. I do I think they did a good job picking, because I think it only goes up to Pokemon into X and Y. But they pick a good variety. There's a good, they pick good ones. There's some dumb ones that I would never catch or play with, but like I said, I have a box that I use. Like I have like 6 boxes of Pokemon, but I have 1 box that I train and use, and I'm happy. Like that's a good amount of Pokemon to be happy to be using.
For sure.
And lately, here's another thing I got into in my older days, is I just pick Pokemon that like I'd never fucking ever get, and actually start to like them a lot.
Yeah. I'm struggling with that. That's I'm trying to, because I just we'll bring maybe another, could find a new favorite. You never know.
You absolutely could. Yeah. Ugh. The ease of the boxes. I'll just say that the ease of using the boxes wherever you want, and the snappy way you can pretty much do everything. Everything's so fast. It just makes that all the better.
Absolutely.
One thing I miss from Scarlet and Violet that I wish they included in this, and it's only one thing, is I liked how in that game you could just send your top Pokemon. Like, if you didn't want to get into a Pokemon battle, you could just send your guy out to just kill. You can kind of do that in this, I guess. You still kind of can. It's just not the same.
Yeah, because
it actually might be better now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because you can still kind of like just throw them out there.
You do still just do that
as you're like,
yeah.
You're like, oh, I hope you killed him back there.
Yeah, and then you get the little notification. You know what? I take back what I said. I like the way you do it more in Scarlet and Violet, but in every other way, this is an improvement.
Yeah.
Legends Arceus or Legends Z-A. God damn.
And that concludes this night's Pokemon talk. Thank you for coming, everybody.
That was fun, though. I mean, that was, what more can we say? We have sucked this game's dick off, and
that's the problem. Yeah, I'm done.
Said very little negative.
Yeah, Chase, one thing I can end this with, and it's almost like it was meant to be. We got Pokemon Z-A that came out. We have a Z-A challenge we still need to get to.
Wow. Wow. You're right.
It's almost like the world just throwing it at us. We got to get to it.
It's poetic. It's poetic. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll go even a step further in a weird way. Tell me this. Tell me this right now if you can remember. You probably remember. What was the year that you and Becca started dating? Was it 2013?
I would hope he remembers that.
It was 2013, 14, yeah.
2013 is when X and Y came out. So, like, it was like that game came out around the same time we were about to meet to make the pizza challenge. And now Z-A comes out, Z-A for pizza. It's all...
She's just giving us that push.
Well, the next time you're in St. Mary's, maybe we should...
My wife will be there in a couple days, but I will not be attending.
Will she eat a pizza with me?
She'll probably eat a piece. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she eats a whole piece.
I would not expect much from Becca in a pizza challenge.
Your expectations will be good.
Met appropriately.
It's just me eating this whole fucking pizza.
It'll probably be about the same if this weekend I'm going to be going over to Jake's while she's out of town, and we'll probably just be playing Pokemon Z-A, and I'll probably just eat a pizza myself because Jake's not a big pizza guy.
That sounds like a fantastic way to spend a weekend night with your boys.
Yeah.
Playing Pokemon. I'll never forget when I was, I think we were seniors in high school. It had to have been seniors in high school. It was when Soul Silver and Heart Gold came out. And me and I think two of my friends, I think it was my buddy Caton and my buddy Jake Damon, were playing Pokemon. And we were all 18 at the time. And he just goes... What does your mom think about three full-grown adults like in her basement playing Pokemon? And we laughed at it at the time because it was like, yeah, we're 18, we're sitting down here playing Pokemon. And every year I think to myself, like that joke, like that still comes to my head. Like, what does my mom think of us even more full-ass grown adults sitting in her basement still playing Pokemon?
I'm sure her opinions are very close to what the same look my dad gave me just before I got to my house to boot up for this episode. My grandma every now and then will have like a big family dinner where she like has us all over and stuff. And so it started at 5, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna bounce out for quick because I gotta get back and I'm on a podcast tonight. And my dad looks at me because like that's something I don't do. So he's like, what podcast are you on? And I'm like, I was like, don't worry about it. And he's like, what are you even going to be talking?
The shittiest one.
He's like, what are you even going to be talking about? I was like, Pokemon. And the look I got, I got was like, when are you going to get a real job, son? So,
right, yeah. Pokemon. Jesus.
Your
dad probably thinks he's having a stroke and being like, is it 2002 again? What's happening here?
My apologies, Chase. What I should have said to my dad is, nerd shit in the dark. Like and subscribe. If you haven't already,
comment, subscribe. We really
like, comment, subscribe to get out there. And listen,
the more eyes, the better.
All you listeners, you better get your comments in, because if you don't, that book's coming to me. I'm gonna win that book drawing.
It's gonna be the easiest shipping of all time. I'm gonna drive it 2 minutes down the road.
Oh dang! Will you read it if you get it? If you win it, will you read it? It's pretty big.
For sure. Now, how long it'll take me? It might take me a minute.
He's not reading that book.
Hey, my bookshelf is just right over there. You can't see it, and
I've seen it a lot.
We'll take your word for it.
I read probably 3 books on it.
Damn, son, that's
Mhm.
Listen,
so you've been known to read a book to the end.
listen,
Probably read this one to the end.
I would, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll leave you with this. You don't become league champ as many times as someone as myself by reading books all day. So
That's a fact.
That's fair.
That's a fact.
That is fair. I'm not finished with this game yet because I've been reading a book for 2 days straight. I could be done by now. Yeah, that's a good point.
What a point.
I can appreciate that. Well, Jeremy,
But
thank
boys,
you.
It's been fun, my friend.
I greatly
Thank you for
appreciate you
joining us.
having me on the show.
We
this-
greatly appreciate you.
This was an awesome time.
Yes, you brought so many things to the table that I hadn't even considered, and I'm like, yeah, I do like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, so, again, listeners, like, comment, subscribe, get on it.
Or Jeremy's winning that book.
Get on it.
Jeremy's winning that book. And remember, Cade was his name, your
Yes,
GameStop buddy?
Yep. Shout
Shout
out
out to
Cade.
Cade. Cade,
Gabe.
if you watch this, maybe you could comment and subscribe, win that book.
Get
Yeah, come on,
in
Steve.
there.
Let's get in the action.
Get in there.
I'll drop the book off at the GameStop for you, bud.
Appreciate you, boys. Have a good one.
Later,
Hey,
brother.
you too, man. Take care.
Chase, I gotta take a piss again. I'm sorry.
Take the piss.
I gotta take a piss. I might get a Coke too.
Take the piss.
DRB.
So Jake and I, this episode was predominantly Pokemon, but this episode is coming out the day before Halloween, so we wanted to get one last Halloween thing in for the month. And so we decided to read Empire of the Damned, the sequel to Empire of the Vampire, which we reviewed on a separate
My
thing
first
that is
real episode, by the way.
Yeah, you can find us talk. It's not long. It's like 30 minutes where we talk about the first book. Yeah, so we read Empire of the Damned for this episode, and we're gonna geek out about it because, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. We both Jake read it when it came out. I started it when it came out, and I got about 400 pages in before I had to tap out. Not because I didn't like it, but because I don't know. I can't tell you right now.
Other things joined in, had to happen.
Yeah, life happens.
And we're so pumped.
I
for
had
the
just
new
read
one
the
that comes
first
out next
book.
week.
I am gonna tear through that third
I'm
one.
so
but,
pumped for the new book. Yeah. But this book's great, man. I think second books are hard. Like especially. So I had only read his first.
Either
book.
nail it or you don't.
Right, and I didn't read Nevernight, that trilogy he did. So I read the first book, and it's great. Of course, it's like I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10, but it's sure damn close. So the second book, you're a little worried. I think the world he built was really good. So the question is, can he continue that world in a way that's still interesting and intriguing? Is the story going to carry in the same way? And I think he absolutely nails it, like the whole way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially rereading a book, I think it's easier to break down a book scene by scene because you already know what's going to happen. And there are genuinely only a couple, like 3 scenes in the whole 700-page book that I'm not like fully loving and into. That's pretty impressive.
That's true.
Man.
That's true. There's not a lot of moments, even the parts I did reread, where I was like, "Oh yeah, this." Like, "Oh yeah." Like there wasn't a part that I was like,
tore through
"Oh,
it.
this
I
fucking
tore through
terrible
it.
part." Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I think as a book, I think it's structured a lot better than the first one. Like I love the first one, don't get me wrong, but I like that this story, even though it's bouncing between the different narrators, it is telling one cohesive story, whereas the other one was very back and forth the whole time. As soon as you'd get to, and it was a lot of like
so in the
one
other
story
it's
would get
3
to
different
somewhere.
timelines.
Yeah,
right?
so it was just like, and I like that, but I think he did a really good job of like, instead of the different timelines, have just different people's perspectives and let it play
and I'm
chronologically.
Interested to see how you would.
I'm interested to see what the third book
similar
does.
for the third time, but it was really
I
good.
think he's gonna mix it up because I think things are going.
Writing, right? Pretty masterful writing to be able to pull both of those off in the same series.
Yeah,
right.
And maybe 3 different things we'll see, but like
it's really good.
Yeah, this is a great sequel. This is a great sequel because, like, you've got the backstory, you've got the now story, you've got it all. You've got the world, you've got the concepts, all of that's out of the way. So now this book gets to just like anything you're learning about is just plot centric shit. Nothing like world wise. So that gave him room to just tell the fun,
a hell of a story.
A hell of a story. I mean, even when I started this and I was like, okay, it's the beginning of the book, I was still like, I forgot how quick it all started. Like
It's
a lot of the
very
first half
quick.
of this book, I was like,
There's
oh, this is
no-
snappier than I remember.
It's really impressive how
There's no
quickly it
fluff
drops you
really.
in. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's I don't know, man. There's some kind of magic that happens on certain books where I just don't feel the need to pick my head up. I have said this before on the podcast, but it's like the best compliment I can give to a book is if I don't have any need to pick my head up to check my phone,
Sure.
to look at the TV, to do anything
Mhm.
else, because I'm just so
Mhm.
entranced in your world. It's the greatest compliment I can give a book. And this book does it immediately. And on
Yeah.
a second read, that's really impressive for me. And I remember the first time I loved it, right?
Yeah.
But even a second time, knowing what happens and still loving it like that's very impressive for me.
That is a really good thing.
I'm trying to think. I mean, this thing falls very high for me in my favorite series of all time. After 2 books,
Wait,
like, I really love it that
yeah.
much. I think it's that
Yeah.
good.
You were raving about the first one after you read it,
loved
which
it.
led me to read it, which
Well,
I
think
really
it's very
enjoyed.
unique too, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, that's another thing. I think this book in particular, because I think for you, I remember the thing was like, you didn't know anything about The Last of Us. So, like, when the ending came and I was like, I mean, it was The Last of Us. You were like, well, I don't know how that goes. And I was like, oh, so it wasn't as original. The rest of it's pretty original. But the ending, I was like, yeah, they just did The Last of Us. This one,
Yeah.
on the other hand, I'm not like, yeah, they just did blank.
yeah,
Which I like. I like a lot.
yeah.
Because that was my only gripe with the first one was like,
I remember
mean,
that. Yeah,
they just did that 10
Yeah.
years after that did it. So,
yeah.
but this one, I mean, the ending was, the whole story. I don't even know how I want to get into talking about like the story of it all.
So in the story, at first, you have, in our main story, we have 2 or 3 main characters, 2 real main characters, right? Gabriel de Leon and Dior de Chance, and
mhm.
With very small spoilers, that Gabrielle and Dior are together for the first couple hundred pages, and then they're separated for
Yeah,
the rest of the book.
The rest of the book.
So
Yeah.
this book is being told, following 2 different main characters in 2 different areas of the world, and
Mhm.
and I think that is the only time is where there's a couple scenes I'm not really into. Every Gabriel scene to me is great. I love all of it. There's a couple Dior scenes that I'm not quite as into, but overall I think Dior, where it's really evolved from the first book, is she's less of her own character than she is in this book, right? And I think you're going to see more of that in the third book, that in this book she's able to carry her own story a little bit
Mhm.
better. I still don't
Yeah.
think she carries a story as much as Gabriel does, but I think
I think
you're
she
gonna
still
see-
did pretty good.
I think she does. I think it's great. I
I
do.
think
I just think
most
she's not
of the-
quite as good
yeah.
as
I think my
Gabriel.
favorite stuff in this book that happens in it is told through that perspective. I mean,
Really?
getting into the like even upon the second reread, I was like getting into because the whole first book, you don't go into the heart of how the vampire societies work.
That's really good. It's a great
And
point.
you
It's
go
really
with
good.
her through that. I texted you last night, because Gabriel spends his portion of that time just getting laid all the time and fighting epic battles and having sex.
Could
And,
be a-
and Dior's out here
Could be a
just
worse
like,
By the way, there
the
could be a
worst
worse
shit
character to read about. Yeah.
yeah. So like, I really, even upon reread, I was like, this is some cool
How
shit. I get
good,
why I stopped, because I was just like,
Super
I wasn't
impactful
ready to
scene.
switch.
How good is it when Dior first gets to? We're spoiling, but we'll
Spoil
try not to
the-
do
yep.
big bigs. We'll try not to do big bigs. But
yeah.
when she gets to where the Devox are, and she walks in for the first time, and they just have like bodies hanging from the ceiling
yeah.
and blood all over the place. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was so
The first time, yeah,
so
horrific.
good. But it's
Yeah.
just good. Like where you're
It's
gripped,
good. It's good. Yeah.
You're
It's what
envisioning
you
it.
want in this kind of.
Yeah.
If you want to be scared of these vampires, you
But
need to
that's what
show
it
us why
should
we
be,
should be
yeah.
afraid of them, and we certainly are. And you
Yeah.
never really stop till even after the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a point where like Nikita, I think it's Nikita, throws a sword just out of anger and chops a bunch of those bodies
Yeah.
in half, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so. I mean, the stuff Dior is going through, it's just.
It's
I think that's why I had to stop, because it was just heartbreaking for like 200 pages. It's just like the worst shit that could happen. Baptiste is the one that like betrays her when she escapes.
He's
and
got
you're just
the real
like,
worst shit happening to him too.
Oh yeah, everybody in this book has just the worst
Awful
shit happening
to them all the time. But
all
it's like
the
a
time.
perfect
Even when you
balance
think
where
it's gonna
not
be
so
good.
awful that the book's not miserable because of it.
No,
though, right?
no.
There's just
I
enough
honestly thought
wins.
the ending was pretty positive until like the very end. I was like, oh, things are going pretty well for everybody.
Well, I'm telling you, I expect the last book to just be devastating all the way through. So I'm expecting it. Dude,
I mean, I can't imagine it could be completely
what a great writer
devastating.
this guy is, though, right? What a great writer he is. Like, I'm
He's
very
interesting
impressed.
to
Not just
read.
like, he's not just written a great story, but I think the way he tells it is really good. I think his prose is actually pretty good. I think it's more Sanderson-like than like a Robert Jordan, but it is good. Yeah, I think he has some life talk well. It's not quite Christopher Rocchio by any means.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like he's just like a lower, like...
It's like a Sanderson. That's what it is. It's okay. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
I'd
easy
compare
to read, but it's fun to
this
read.
story in particular closer to Sun Eater, like the way he's talking, but it's not like to that degree.
But I'm just saying the
it's
writing
not
itself
that,
is more...
Yeah, popcorny.
Yeah,
popcorn
but man, is
read.
it good.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean... The way people talk to each other in this, it's just you believe it because you believe these characters in this world would act and talk like that. I mean, they're miserable. Of course, they're going to be like, fucking eat a cock. There was a lot of lines that I wish I had a highlighter as I was reading because I wanted to bring them in. Because there is some philosophical, like there's so many times where it cuts back to Gabriel. He's like, let me tell you this, cold blood. And he like tells.
Pretty good philosophically at times, right?
He does have some pretty good philosophical moments. And even when it's like, I call it redneck philosophy because it's just like, you know what I mean? But it's still good. It's like, that's a simple way of putting
it's a little more
something that makes a lot of sense.
Christopher Rocchio. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well put.
So that's really fun to have. I mean, and I also listened to the audiobook, and the guy that does Gabriel and the guy that reads the Selene parts are just perfect. Like they're just like, this is exactly what I want these people to sound like. And it's fun hearing Gabriel talk. Like, oh yeah, spot on.
A perfect Gabriel line. I definitely texted you. I'm gonna not.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be perfect, but there's a scene happening, and I'm not gonna butcher it. I might, but there's a scene happening where he's like, where things are finally go well, and he said, and the Lord took it upon himself to place his cock firmly in my ear at that time. I should have known better. It's stuff like that all through both books.
It's like, anytime it's
like
cutting
a
to
funny
just like
little comedic reprieve in this like.
Oh sure, I mean, so the end battle, like the end, like the last chapter that is the battle. They're being funny with it because it's now at a point where Gabriel and Selene are telling the story in the same time, so they're cutting each other off, like things, and it's like it's funny. It's funny that it's happening that way. Yeah. You're almost annoyed because you're like, oh, I just want to know what's happening in this part of the battle.
But it's very realistic as to what would happen with them, right?
And I think it was good to be that funny because the book was about to be pretty fucking
horrific,
sad at the very end. So I was worried about Aaron the whole time. Like I did not think Aaron and Baptiste were making it out of this book at all. So the fact that they did, I was just like, oh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. Because a lot of people do ultimately like live the book for something that is like the second half wasn't as grim as I expected it to be. When it cut back to Dior and she like it made sense. I was like, oh, I totally get why her blood is doing this. We've set this up. Like I get why she's not affected. But there was this part of me that was like, let's see her just like let's see that story where she is affected and we got to learn how she like overcomes that. Whatever, because I'll tell you what, dude, when I got to that scene when Nikita was killing all those people off that like she had teamed up with, I was locked the fuck in. I was like, oh my God.
Really
and then when that was one of the reveals. So there's a lot of reveals in this book that like the book reveals and you as the reader are already like, oh yeah, I thought we already assumed this. Okay. This was not one of those moments. When that Isla turned out to be Nikita's like henchman girl, I was like, did not see that one coming. Did not see that one coming.
Okay, very good reveal. I loved that.
Every other reveal in this book, though, not really great. Like I saw it coming a mile away.
You think that them using like Phoebe's people's blood as their... Did you think that was obvious?
Oh,
I didn't have that.
100%. As soon as Nikita had the wolf, or not Nikita,
Lilith.
Lily had the wolf, I was like, oh yeah, it's probably like their blood. And then when he gets it, and I saw that coming.
Mm-mm.
The second she had a
me.
wolf, I was like, well, I wonder what his deal is. I bet he's like actually a guy. I didn't expect him to be Phoebe's husband by the end, so that shocked me. But I was the whole book. I was like, when is this wolf gonna reveal that he's, one of these people? Because like they said it, they talk about how Lily's being came from them, and I was just like, what are the odds this bitch just has a big ass wolf? So. Yeah,
maybe
I saw
I'm
that
the perfect
coming.
reader because I'm so gullible with these things.
Maybe. Yeah, you really do just go into it like.
That's my thing, is I don't want to know. Tori does it all the time, that she's really good at predicting things, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
know.
I just didn't think it was subtle enough to even like get past me at all. I was just like,
I guess I just don't think about it.
Yeah, which is fine. There was another part where like Selene tells Gabriel how she met his dad and how he became her teacher. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we moved on for a while. And then they fight Fabian and he's like, tell him how he died. And it's just like, yeah, she sucked him up. Like, I thought we already...
Sucked him up, yeah.
Right. I thought we already knew that
fair.
as the readers.
Yeah.
And it was like 150 pages later. I was like, Gabriel didn't just know this like then and
fair.
there. That was one that I was like, I can't believe we even hit that.
Okay, I didn't expect his dad to be her teacher, though, as a whole.
Yeah, that shocked me.
There you go. Okay, I got you one. Okay, I got you one. Yeah, I didn't expect Wulfric to be his dad.
But if I would have had more time between knowing that she even met his dad.
You didn't need time, but you just
they didn't give me any. If there was like 2 chapters where it didn't tell me anything, I would have been like, oh yeah, I bet that was her teacher. But because it all happened at once, I was like, I didn't have a chance, I guess. It was like, I met your dad, and also he was my teacher.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool, okay. So that was neat. But, I mean, there was still a lot of other cool shit. Like, it doesn't... Twists don't make the whole book for me.
I totally agree.
It
didn't feel like a book that is a big twisty book. Yeah.
No.
I don't think it is supposed to be that, right?
And I think where it hits it pretty well, it hits it pretty well. Whenever things happen, even if I predict it, the setup for it is really good. Like when the dog bit Dior, I was like, oh, okay, he's got some blood in him now. Like, but like we established that that's like something that can be done. If they drink the blood, I appreciated the way they used some of the things that I predicted they would do, but the way they did them was really, Kristoff, did a really good job.
Is Gabriel dying in this last book?
Maybe.
I can't imagine him living like a happy ending after all this.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, I think he'd want to be. I think he wants to be with his wife and his daughter, like in death.
No.
So we'll see. I mean, like I said, this book ends. So it ends in a way of like Dior's dead, and Phoebe's husband gets killed again immediately, which I was just like, oh man, that was raw. They did us dirty there. But I loved that. I loved how like it's like, how did she come back to life? She stabbed her in the heart, and it was just like, she doesn't fucking have one. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I pictured, when Lust dies in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and she does that one last charge at Alphonse, and she's on fire. That's kind of what I pictured when Lily like popped out and killed Dior. But
yes.
I think the book leaves off in a very interesting way because I don't know who knows what or like where, like how much time has passed. Because like, okay, so thank God Selene's chapter ends with like Mother Marin coming out because the whole fucking book we're trying to find this bitch, and I thought for a minute we forgot, and she came out and it made sense. The blood ran down, pops out, and Dior comes back to life some way, somehow. The question for me becomes, does Gabriel know that she's back from the dead at all with anything he's doing? He's working with Joaquin, which that was a good twist. That was fun. When I rewound, I was listening to that part. I was like, wait, what? This motherfucker's here? Like, I knew there had to be some sort of plan. I was like, there's no way they got both these motherfuckers trapped here and there's no like plan in place. There's
Right.
no way. But he thinks the Grail's broken, and it seems pretty obvious that he does. So maybe I'm just interested to see what kind of story we're telling in this next one. Is it one
Yeah.
that's we're still telling
Are
something
we
that
still
has
telling the
happened?
past for I mean, it feels like we're still going to be telling the past for like a quarter of the book.
But it
and
feels like it
then-
has to still take
but at-
place
but
in
at
the
some point, we
present.
have to start fixing things,
Mhm.
right? From the present. That's how the book's got to
Yeah.
end, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, because this is
You would
supposed to be the end.
imagine
It's supposed to be a trilogy.
this is the
so,
last one. So I
so
don't
you got to
know.
imagine a
I'm-
large. I'm hopeful that at very minimum half the book has to be present forward, right? Of like fixing everything. So,
You'd have to think something. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I was already looking forward to this next book.
I'm
After
so
really
freaking
finishing this
pumped.
book today, I'm just like, okay, I
I'm
gotta
so
know
freaking pumped.
what happens next because, man,
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday, and I'll start it. I will start it as
Yeah.
soon as I get it.
Probably next
And-
episode I'll have it done. But
Yeah, I gotta get it done before the Sun Eater comes out, but
yeah.
I'm certainly gonna pound through it because this book, I mean, the action's fun. I mean, don't even get me started with some of the other characters like Lachlan and
Rocks.
dude, so cool. I do think his like change of heart, like there were some like convenient, like oh yeah, but whatever
Storytelling.
Like,
Yeah.
that storytelling, whatever. It's fine. They've been brothers. It was a good way to meet a new character that we know is eventually going to die because we know that Gabriel's the last Silver Saint. But like,
Yeah.
he didn't die in this one. He did some cool shit. He fought his fucking brother. I forgot that he was like established as their like little brother earlier
yeah.
on. So when
Yeah.
he came in to fight, I was like, oh, actually, this is rad as shit. Like, this is
Yeah.
actually, there's some great hype action moments in this whole book, and
Yeah.
those are the twists that I like not a plot centered twist, but just like a anime moment. Goku's coming in to save the crew, kind of last ditch effort fight scene, and this book did that really well. Really
Yeah.
well. It brought more of the horror. It brought more of the world building by going and seeing like the
Vampires themselves.
well, the vampires themselves, seeing how they live, but also the wolf, bear, other
I can't
fucking
remember
people,
their
the people that can
names.
change.
Yeah.
The Wolf Brothers, or
I
not
forget
Wolf
what they
Brothers,
call them.
but
Skin
yeah.
wishes is what they call them in the
Dream
derogatory.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, we know the
Flesh
racist
witches,
term for
yeah.
them, but flesh witches. But yeah, I mean, even when Phoebe comes back, that's like I didn't see it coming. I did not see that coming, and her
Mhm.
being like a changeling, and he sprinkles like these little things and then uses them later, and that was one of those things. Like they talk about the skin changers in the first book, but you don't really see any, and then boom, here you go.
Here we
Wada
are.
bing. I was worried about her when she got shot. Oh, also, I want to say this. Gabriel, I can't imagine after everything that happened in this book, he ever wants to have sex again, because every time he has sex, something awful happens. Every single time. Every single time.
I
Like,
can imagine it.
He fought a bear woman completely naked because it looked like he almost killed the bitch he was having sex with. It was just like, how are you not traumatized to be like, I would have sex right now, but like,
Well, he's
I
always
don't want to
drunk
put
when
my...
these things happen too, so maybe that helps.
Yeah.
He's always
Yeah.
absolutely plastered,
know.
shit faced, so that
Yeah.
might help the lack of scarring.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a great... He's like,
He's
of the dad
awesome.
taking on a girl that or a kid that's not their kid trope that we see in fucking everything these days.
Yeah,
This is a fun one. This is a fun one to
he's
watch.
awesome.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of my
like the
faves.
characters, like the plot. Spooky
I don't have
season.
much I
It
don't
was
have much
cool
more to
reading this
say.
book now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably talk about more scenes that I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, the battle on the bridge was sick. I'm hopeful. I almost hope John Francois like lives the whole thing. Like, and you know, like
I'm
I
so
kind of,
interested.
I
I'm at
kind
a
of like
point
him.
where I don't have much more to say about this one. I'm just like ready to know what happens in the next one because I read this book years ago.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I just reread it, so I'm like, I'm just ready to know what happens.
And we will.
Yeah.
And I think
6 days.
we'll read it and we'll do a YouTube video, maybe a podcast episode, and talk about because we'll be off now for a little bit because Ernie and I recorded the
Yeah.
Apes episode, so
We'll
we got some
record it.
time. But we'll still do YouTube videos. But
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
yeah, this was a fun
Great
way to
book.
end the spooky
Excellent book.
season. Excellent book. I mean, it's got a pretty good Goodreads rating.
What is it?
I think it's like 4.5 or 6.
Really?
I do think so. I do think
My
so.
guess is like
Double check.
4.47. That's my guess.
The third one already has a 4.7.
Well, that's all fake. That's
I'm
just
like,
people that
yeah.
love the series that are trying to.
I wasn't sure.
4.56. That's so high. That's really
That's
good.
pretty high. Yeah, I was happy to see that because
What's
even
the
when I only
first
read
one?
half of it, I was like, I was
First one's
excited
only
to go
a
into this,
4.33.
which is fair.
Yeah, I think it's great though. I love it.
Yeah,
Big fan.
yeah. And if they ever do, I think this one works better. Like, whereas I think the first book works better as a TV show, I think you could fit this book into
could be
a movie. This could be a film.
A great one at that.
Mm-hmm. Which I appreciate. Next book is 800 pages, I think I saw.
That's about right. This is 700.
A beefy boy.
Yeah.
And hopefully
I'm
they let
excited.
it be beefy. Don't print it with those goddamn Bible pages.
He
like
has
they
said
did with
that he'll
this
be
one.
taking care of that.
Thank God.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, though, that means that I'll have like a couple different. There are also different sizes, which pisses me off, right? Like my second book is not the same height as my first one. Yeah,
that's
from the
fair.
same publisher. Come on.
Yeah, you're smarter than that.
Hey.
That's our one gripe about the book.
Yeah, the publishers, the printers.
Yeah.
All right.
Read it
8:30
digitally,
bedtime for Sora.
That's fair. That is fair. We got to shut this shit down. But yeah, everybody, thank you for joining us. I hope we didn't offend you with how much we liked Pokemon, and I hope
I did.
I hope that if you've watched this portion or you've read Empire of the Dam, or if you haven't watched Empire of the Dam or read it. Read the series. It's they're big books, but they're fun and they're easy.
Great illustrations in the book too.
Oh yeah, the illustrations.
Excellent.
They're very good. They're very, very
no
helpful.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake, what do you want to say to the shitters before we sign out?
Listen, folks, this guy, Cheeky Mister, the Cheekmeister, Chase, puts a lot of time and effort into this. If you could just do us a little favor, maybe like it, maybe subscribe it. If you're feeling so generous, leave a comment to chat with us because, it keeps us going. A random Tuesday, I'll be having a bad day. I get a little comment from somebody that makes me a lot happier. So we'd appreciate the support.
That we do. Well, shitters, with that, good night, sleep tight. Do not let the shitbugs bite, and have a happy Halloween. Be safe out there. We'll see you on the next one.